Hi everyone, this is Mr. Tendai Mayuni, the Program Director of ZIMNAMH, with whom I did a run for mental health 3 years now.
Yes, 3
and
years.
It's been a long time since I saw my old friend.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just following up on our kind of joint challenge and our joint venture, and seeing his own updates about how the ZIMNAMH, which stands for the Zimbabwe Institution for Mental Health, has progressed in the last 3 years. So Mayuni, what updates can you tell me about how everything has been going for you?
Oh, thank you very much, Nelly. Firstly, I want to start by thanking you for paying us another visit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you have become a very good friend of ZIMNAMH.
Yeah, I'm sorry it took so long. If the flights were cheaper, I'd be out more often.
Yeah, sure. Basically, ZIMNAMH stands for the Zimbabwe National Association for Mental Health. We had a run about 3 years ago. It was a charity run in which Nelly ran from Harare to the Victoria Falls in a record time of about 16 days, and managed to raise some funds for the organization. So since then, we have managed as an organization to put up a structure that actually accommodates some of our patients from the proceeds of the run. And this is actually very important because what it means is that our capacity to take in clients recovering from mental illnesses also increased as a result of the run, and we are so grateful to you, Nelly, for that. Then of course,
so happy to hear it.
Yes. Then of course we also managed to buy food items, basic food items that we also had to give to other rehabilitation centers, because one of the challenges that we normally face out here in our rehabilitation centers is to do with food and nutrition. Yeah, so after having put up the structure, we managed to have some bit of savings, and we also helped other centers like Tirimanu, halfway home, and Rukariro, halfway home in Rusape. Yes.
And what is the state of mental health now, given the situation in Zimbabwe and how it's been deteriorating? How has that affected the mental health of the country?
The burden on mental health on the country has been increasing because in view of the deteriorating socio-economic conditions in the country, characterized by the inflationary environment that we find ourselves in, we have had a number of challenges as a result. For instance, the problem of drug and substance abuse among the youths, it has been on the increase, and more and more youths actually turning to drugs and other illicit substances.
So like an escape?
Yes, as an escape to try and forget or to drown their worries.
Yeah.
But it always hits back on the youths, because then they develop conditions such as psychosis, which may deteriorate into schizophrenia, and so on and so forth. Then we've also seen an increase in cases of suicide, which has actually become an issue. And I'm so glad that the theme for this year from the World Health Organization actually focused on issues to do with suicide. And interestingly, we have seen the younger generations as well taking their own lives, as it were, as a result of the pressures that are coming from.
I guess like vast unemployment, no prospects, no money to support your family, to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because basically we're saying the youths and the young adults actually have hope, and they actually have a future ahead of them. But when the future looks so bleak, then it puts actually a lot of burden on the individual.
Yeah.
They end up seeing no value in living.
Yeah, there's just no future and hope.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's the most dangerous time in the country, isn't it? When
so we have
start
also
to lose hope.
seen the proliferation of other drugs and illicit substances on the market as well, and these are coming from other countries, and some of these drugs are being made in the backyards, in the high density suburbs, in the medium density suburbs.
Yeah, I heard there's a big problem with the young kids drinking cough syrup. I forget the name.
Yes, exactly.
That's the one big one, right?
That's true. Unprescribed cough syrup.
Yeah.
That's Bronclia rather, which they're taking, and it's having negative impacts on their health as well. Yeah, so the problem is getting more and more. It's also rampant drug and substance abuse in some colleges and schools as well, high schools. Yeah, so it's a problem that we're facing. Yes.
And I imagine there's a shortage of kind of walk-in clinics and rehab centres, and there's not a lot of free help that people in crisis can go and look for, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's also a challenge that we're facing. But all is not hopeless. We keep trying under the circumstances. But it would actually help if we could have more rehabilitation centers, and also, the cost of medication is also a factor to consider, given the economic challenges. Normally, the burden of mental health, though it does not discriminate, but it tends to hit hard on those who are economically down there. Yes, because what happens is, because of poverty, they end up using drugs. But when a mental illness arises, then they also do not have the money to buy the medication to try and control that condition.
Yeah.
So it becomes a vicious cycle.
And if it's a kind of something chronic that requires, potentially like a lifetime's worth of medication, then where's that money going to come from? And how many mental health institutions does Zimbabwe have to serve the national population?
Okay. There are quite a number. I think about 5 or 6 hospitals that actually deal with this. But we also have other institutions that augment government efforts. In terms of the government institutions, we have institutions like Paranyatwa Hospital, the Annex. Then we have Harare Hospital. We have Mlondolozi. We have Ingucheni. We also have Chikurubi Psychiatric Unit. We have Ngoma Huru. Then we have also a psychiatric hospital in Sakuva Mutare. In terms of the other organizations that are complementing the government, we have Rukariro Halfway Home in Rusape. We have Queen of Peace in Gweru. We have institutions like Tariro Halfway Home in Glenview, and also Tariro Halfway Home in Beatrice. We have our own center, which is a Tirivani Therapeutic Center in Rua.
And but you're hearing these kind of horror stories coming from places like Paranyatwa and the government hospitals now, but just due to lack of resources and the power cuts. And I don't know how much that affects the psychiatric units if you're not doing kind of open heart surgery, but I imagine that the situation at the moment must be affecting all of those areas.
Yeah, it's
just like access to power and the sort of the difficulty sourcing cash and money at the moment.
Yeah, basically the unfortunate events in the country have not spared the mental health service delivery as well. Yeah, because as you may know by now, we have a widespread and ongoing strike by doctors and other nursing personnel. Yeah, so that actually makes it very, very difficult. Yeah.
And what do you believe is the solution? What's your message of hope?
I believe that there is need for proactive engagement, with a view to come up with solutions between the government and the striking doctors. Yeah. I believe, for one, that no matter the differences that we might have, we still need to respect the sanctity of human life. But I mean, I'm not qualified to judge in terms of the individual, perceptions of the doctors involved, because they also have their own issues, so on the other hand, I would actually encourage the ministry as well to just continue persuading, and also where possible, resources permitting, to also look into their plight, because there has to be progress for the sake of
and unfortunately, as much as you can understand and sort of sympathise with the doctors and nurses needing kind of better working conditions and better salaries, but unfortunately, I guess the actions that they're taking at the moment are just going to hurt the patients that they're trying to protect. So, as a last message to our viewers, so Mr. Mayuni, as a final message to our listeners, if they wanted to help the mental health patients of Zimbabwe in any way they could from far away, without doing something bonkers like running to Victoria Falls, what small ways could people help from afar?
Thank you very much. Our organization is open for help and collaboration as well. It's the Zimbabwe National Association for Mental Health, but they can also get in touch with the Ministry of Health as well, which is more like the central ministry that actually looks at issues to do with health and child care. For those who want to get in touch with our organization, they can visit our website. That's www.zimnam.co.web.
Oh, great. So I'm sure that, anything from small like financial contributions to donations to even some volunteering time would be hugely appreciated.
Yes,
right?
certainly.
Yeah.
Would be pretty appreciated.
Yeah. And
even nursing staff on vacation, that exchange in terms of capacity would still be highly appreciated.
Yeah.
Certainly.
And I can tell all of you, as my personal experience, you couldn't be working alongside a better individual than Miss Mayuni over here. Ms. Mayuni, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best for you and all your patients. And we'll be in touch soon.
Thank you.
All the very best. Bye.
All the best. Thank you so much.